Good morning, everybody. I'm trying to find where y'all at. Good morning, good morning. Y'all forgive me. Y'all forgive me. I can't see nothing this morning. Y'all forgive me. There we go. There we go. Y'all do something to let me know y'all can see me because I can't see you. Yeah. If you can see me, share this video for me. If you can see me, share this video because right now I can't see none of y'all. Lord knows I don't know how I'm going to get through the day. I don't know how I'm going to do this without my sight. But Stevie Wonder won Grammys and all kinds of stuff, so I figured I can go to work without my sight now. My iPad got Braille on it, so I can see that. I can see my iPad because yesterday I feel, because I can't see this morning, had a little situation with the clips yesterday, but I feel in my spirit that I think that was Vernon that just signed on, Vernon Anderson. If I'm correct, let me know. Say something or do something. If you can see me, just share this video. Just hit your share button if you can see me. That'll let me know because it'll make a noise on my iPad and I can see. So y'all let me know. I'm gonna need y'all help this morning. So welcome to the Car Conversation. My name is Kevin. This is Candy and Kev. Candy will be here shortly. And I am now less of sight because of yesterday. I got my note from my job, but I figured I'll let them see I can't see first. Now I had the rest of the week off for pay. Got my note from my doctor, my obstetrician. That's what they call baby. She ain't in here yet. I'm talking to myself. Y'all pray, because I need my sight, y'all. I'm going to have to be able to see what I'm doing. My sister Renee told me if I put on 3 pairs of glasses yesterday that I wouldn't go blind, and that didn't work for me. So I had my sight all day yesterday. Then I woke up this morning, I couldn't see nothing. Couldn't see absolutely nothing. I don't even know how I got in this car this morning. I'm gonna have to cut something on because I'll roll the window down a little bit. Cause I think I messed around and hit the heat on here. So make sure I cut that off some kind of way. So good morning, welcome to the Candy and Car. What's my name? Welcome to the Candy and Kev Car Conversation. I'm your boy Kev. And yes, every morning you can commute with us on our way into the office from 7 something to around 8:30. Around 8:30 is the latest. You can commute with us. I'm sorry, I can't see what you're saying. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. I feel like that's Yolanda speaking. Is that Yolanda? Yolanda, did you say something? Let me go on and read my Braille. Glad I took this up back in elementary school. Good morning to you too, Yolanda. Good morning to you too. And good morning to everybody that's here this morning. Good. I'm feeling on here that y'all sharing. That's a beautiful thing. I'm not looking down or nothing like that, so y'all bear with me. It's Braille, sometimes you got to see what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this, everybody. I can't see anyway with these glasses. Did anybody apps? So let me ask you this, everybody. I can't see anyway with these glasses. Did anybody get an opportunity to see the eclipse yesterday? No. It was I actually I shared the post yesterday that really blessed me. And I'm not one of them real overly deep people. I'm just I just see what I say and see what I see. But yesterday, what I realized was that we were outside, and I work in Center City, Philadelphia, and we were outside, and I saw that too. And the gum eclipse. I saw the gum eclipse. And when I was sitting outside at my job, it was a lot of people out because everybody wanted to see it. And I noticed that it was black people, white people, Hispanic, Asian, Indian, Hindu, Christians, Muslims, gay, straight, all kinds of people, all standing around, looking up, saying, "Yo, here, look through these glasses. You can see it better this way, or look in this way. You can see it better." And nobody was concerned about what nationality you was, what your ethnic group was, what your social status was, or any of that. Everybody was in one agenda to see the sun cross over, or the eclipse cross over the moon. And you could actually, the crazy thing was, you could see it with your naked eye. You really could. You could see it with your naked eye. But when you put on the glasses, it created like a dark atmosphere, so you can see it in its totality of the eclipse. But the beauty in the thing that I saw was, just a week ago, this country was in, hey, Candy, I can't see, Candy. You see, you messed me up. I told you I was blind. Told you, Candy, I was blind. Now I'm going to have to go to work now. Jesus. I wasn't supposed to read that, Candy, but it threw me off. Hi, Candy. Well, the gig is up. Put my other sheaves back in. So the beauty of it was that just a week or so ago, with the tragedy that had happened in Charleston, the country was really in an uproar about racial division again. Not that it ever left or anything like that, but we were really, the country was back at it again. The racial tension was all over the place. And the beauty that I noticed yesterday was nobody cared about that at the time where the eclipse was happening, because we all had one agenda, to see this phenom. And I was like, wow. I said, look at this. I said, God is truly amazing. He allowed that to happen at just the right time, where this country, from a racial standpoint, needs some healing, and need to come together, even when in the face of hate. We understand that, yes, it's still going to be racist individuals out there. It's still going to be people that don't like each other for whatever reason. But if we can outnumber them with people that say, listen, I don't see color when I see this individual. I just see a human being that has their own whatever. Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, Candy. You already messed up my blind situation, so I can't use that no more. Yes, I really had a deep moment. And I actually had the opportunity to look at some of your stuff, Candy. You were with Caucasian people. Y'all was having a good time, taking pictures, enjoying each other, and nobody was concerned about what color you was at that moment. And that was amazing to me, especially in the climate that we're in right now. Under the current administration, that his his tactics allow racist individuals to come out. But yes, it was a beautiful thing, man, and it made me realize, because sometimes when certain things happen, I don't care who you are, it makes you look at race differently. When last week, when I'll be honest, when the thing in Charleston happened, I began to look at white folk differently. I began to say, you know what, do you really like me? Or, you know, I began to look at them differently. I began to look at them in a different light. But yesterday, I realized that, you know, we're all made equal in the image of God. And, you know, and I don't see necessarily color all the time. I shouldn't see necessarily color all the time. And if we want this world to change, it definitely has to be done by us, the people of God. So, yes, that might have been a deep moment for some people, especially for me. But yes, again, yesterday I was in awe of the fact that racial, social, ethnic, and all of that was put to the side. It was put to the side, so we might now again. And I hear you, Candy. We can't get equal pay. I agree. And that's something that the fight continues. I'm not saying, don't get me wrong. I'm saying for me, I'm looking at things differently. From this point forward, well, at least it's the rest of the day. I'm gonna try to, you know, something gonna happen, probably piss me off, and I'm gonna see it all over again. So my wife messed up I was going into work just like this today, and just touch stuff I ain't supposed to touch. So they send me home because I can't see. I ain't even gonna lie, I was just gonna be touching stuff, like, you know, just like, help me, y'all, I gotta get to my desk, like, you know. But yes, I was blinded, people. I was blinded to hate. I was blinded to racism. I was blinded to all things evil. Yes, I was. I realized yesterday that country music ain't that bad. Country music is sort of like quartet music. Because you like country music, I'm going to try to appreciate country music. Make no sense to anybody else, but look into the sun too long and you just come up with these kind of theories. I'm just saying. So that's my theory today. You might not understand, you might not even like it. Ain't nobody asked you. Candy, it's 7:40, Candy. We're supposed to be in the car at 7:15, dear. I know you want to talk to the people and do what you're doing, but Candy, you know Facebook only allows us to have an hour now. So I tried to start a little later to give you some time, but you're losing valuable. I can't see with these glasses on, it's too dark. So, yes, I don't see people as Mexicans. I see them as my brother. I don't see Puerto Ricans as Puerto Ricans no more. I see them as my brothers, my sisters. I don't see Chinese people as Chinese people no more. I see them as my brothers and my sisters. I don't see white people as white people no more. I see them as my brothers and sisters. I've been blinded to race. I don't see dirty, crooked cops as... Okay, that's just going a little too far. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't stare that long, or whatever. You know, I just peeked a few minutes and then, you know, put on the glasses. And then I was able to see it. So, I was blinded to race yesterday. Blinded to the racist wheels of this country. I was blinded to the racist society that wants me to think because I'm a black man, I'm low on the totem pole. I'm a king. And my wife is a queen. A late queen, I can tell you that much. She's supposed to be in the car right now, so it's kind of difficult when you got to just completely just talk to yourself, talk to y'all, and then, you know, we vibe off of one another. She could just talk to y'all. Like sometimes this early in the morning, I don't feel like talking all the time. I'm just saying, but I get on here every day and I, you know, do what I got to do, and I try to do it on time. But it's kind of cold in here. I can feel my. All right, so what else we got going on? So listen, everybody. Candy Kev are embarking on a couple of different things that we can't really tell you. Hey, Jay, how are you? Jay of foolishness. Candy, you ain't blind. You can see. You're always trying to steal my stuff. I was blinded. Lord Jesus, I forgot what I was gonna say. Two things real quick. For those that were interested in the credit information, I still have it. Again, I always tell people I'm not gonna chase you down. If you want bad credit, enjoy it. But I'm telling you, it's something better about having good credit to save you money. This particular program, not a very expensive program at all, but it actually works. It's called, I can give you the information, inbox me, and we can definitely help you get your credit straightened out. Got some credit. It's not credit counseling and all that good stuff. This is actually a company that goes in and works with you to fight on your behalf, utilizing the laws that the country have in place to you never seen this white lady. I mean, did I see white lady? Never seen that. She not white. That didn't mean see that, y'all. See, because I don't see color no more. I don't see color no more. They utilize the laws to get things taken off your credit, and when I say I'm up to about 19 things completely vanished. I mean, taken off of my credit for good. And my credit score is now being worked up. It's a beautiful thing, y'all. Let me tell you, debt is real. Debt is real. Debt is a weight, and that can hold you back from accomplishing certain things that you need done in your life. So some people are looking to get homes. Some people are looking to get just apartments. Some people are looking to get automobiles. Some people are looking to have their kids in school. Some people are looking to apply for a lot of different things. This will allow you to do those things within the confines of your credit score. So get at your boy, inbox me, and then
good morning,
follow Candy.
Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, there. What was the hold up this morning, there?
Well, you know.
This was really bad, baby.
Well, you know, I got a theory, Kevin. I was listening to what you said, hon, and I got a revelation. I got a revelation, baby.
If this revelation going to affect my being to work on time?
Well, first of all, look at that, y'all. That's how I'm rocking today. Rocking and rolling.
You should have a white woman on the other side.
Why ain't no white woman on the other side? I'm black.
I don't see color no more.
Okay, so that's what I want to talk about. That's actually a problem. You should not say that you don't see color anymore, because the United States, you know, they used to liken the United States to a melting pot. That is basically stripping the uniqueness that makes us the United States. What the United States should really symbolize is a salad bowl. In a salad bowl, it's all in the bowl together. It's all good, but a tomato is still a tomato. Piece of lettuce is still a piece of lettuce. Piece of spinach is still spinach. The carrots are still carrots. But working together, bringing their unique characteristics and their unique taste, their unique flavors, that's what makes up a good salad. When every piece of the salad comes together and does what it does, bringing its own flavor, its own savor, its smoothness, its softness, its saltiness, its sweetness. That's what makes a good salad. Not one salad which is all lettuce. You have to have the salad that has the unique characteristics. That's what makes a good salad. And so what happens is when people don't see and recognize and honor and appreciate the differences, because you know, we might be the tomatoes, the Asian person might be the carrots, the white person might be the lettuce.
Why they got to be the majority?
I don't put a lot. See, I thought you don't. Get your life, cat.
But see, I'm talking from a biblical standpoint.
Wait. Because I can get biblical with you too in a second. Hold on. But it's the uniqueness that makes us who we are. Not forcing the tomato to taste like the lettuce. Not forcing the lettuce to act like
I don't say it.
So that is the problem. People don't take the time. If you don't get off my hair.
That was hair. I don't say it. I don't understand what you're saying.
Well, you can hear me.
Maybe I can.
Listen.
Well,
so
I can't see what you're saying.
Okay, you can't because words don't physically come out of my mouth.
You could be a white woman for all I know because voices don't have an ethnicity.
Have you ever...
That's just because people made that up.
No, Italians sound different than Jamaicans.
Because that's not... Is that ethnicity? Is that ethnicity? Because I can be a black Italian.
Okay, but Italians sound different than Chinese, which sound different than... What are you feeling around for? You're sitting still.
Because I didn't know that. I can't see.
You can't see what?
Nothing. Look, since you don't see, that's how you got. If you blind, that's what you got to do.
No, I
am practicing.
I ain't never seen blind people do that.
I see them all the time.
I thought you can't see.
I can't. That's how you know I don't know what I'm talking about. You there?
Kevin, you messed up the screen.
Uh-oh.
Kevin! What are you...
Yes, my name Blind. I didn't read that though. I just felt in my spirit somebody said Blind Mellow Jelly. Well, you know, my iPad got Braille on it. Let me see.
Anyway, so I actually get annoyed when I hear people say I don't see color, because then that means that you're not recognizing our differences and what I bring to the table and what my culture brings to the table, what, you know, Sausalita's culture brings to the table, what Ming Ling's culture brings to the table, with, you know...
Why you gotta give them names? Why can't it be Cheryl? I know a Spanish Cheryl.
Okay, well then fine.
I know a Chinese Jessica.
We are not a melting pot. The better, because when you think of a melting pot, when you think of a melting pot, baby, when you think of a melting pot, you're throwing everything in the melting pot and it all ends up looking the same. That is not who we are. We are different. We are a salad bowl. Throw all the croutons in, the carrots, the peppers, the lettuce, the spinach, the tomatoes. That is going to bring you flavor. And that is the flavor that we should be. Not all trying to be one thing, because we're not going to be one thing. So forget that melting pot thing. And I want you to see that I am black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. I'm blackity black, and I'm black, y'all. And Evelyn is Puerto Rican. And Jessica is Cambodian. I want you to see that. I want you to see what we each offer.
She named her 2 ethnic friends real quick. Y'all noticed that?
No.
You did?
No, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I did name Evelyn, but no. Tebby is my Vietnamese friend.
I knew it was coming.
No.
What's the name the rest of? Because you said the other day to your
Anna
daughter.
is my Polish friend.
You said the other day to your daughter, you said, you know, you see that Indian lady over there? I got to get me one of those.
Yeah, I got to get me an Indian friend, because I like understanding people's culture. Because I understand that we are not a melting pot. We are salad bowl.
Kind of strange, but this is what
I do see color.
I listened to something yesterday which changed my perspective on things, and it was about race relations, and it was by Cheryl Brady, and it was a phenomenal situation.
Cheryl Brady can't tell me nothing about race relations.
Why?
Because she is a part of the dominant.
She has black grandchildren.
I don't care. She
Her
ain't black.
husband is half black.
I'm talking about Cheryl. Cheryl can't tell me what it is to be whatever her
And
name is, Cheryl, whatever. She can't tell me.
You can't say.
No!
Can you?
No! She can't tell me what it is to be a minority in the United States. Well, she can't tell me about race relations.
Candy, you have to listen to her
No,
before
I
you
don't
can
have to.
That's
What
what
she said?
ignorance. No,
No, I'm not ignorant, but what she said. Go on, what she said.
No.
What she said? Tell me what she said.
No, because you already have a
Tell me what she said.
roadblock in your mind.
No, the roadblock is out.
No,
What she said.
Candy, no. You already have, because if I say it wrong, you're going to.
No, I'm gonna just listen. I'm gonna just accept it. I'm not even gonna comment. I'm gonna listen.
No, I want you to listen to it because
Okay,
I want to make. No, I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to mess it up because it was so well put together. And so
Hey, Amber!
I almost.
Amber's on Kevin.
Who's Amber, baby?
Amber, our other child.
I don't have no other kids, and I keep telling y'all that. Stop giving me these kids, and I'm not gonna have nobody mama trying to hit me for child support, and then you be saying, "I thought you ain't had no other kids out there."
Amber is a woke young lady attending LaSalle University.
Oh, that Amber. How are you, Amber? How you? My wife, she didn't get excited when anybody else joined. So
because that's my Amber. I love her. Okay, but go ahead.
But
Amber
it was
is
so.
a woke young lady.
I am going to post it on my page. It was her sermon from Sunday, and when I say it was so well put together, it really brought a tear to my eye, like how she. No, it was okay.
I'm listening.
And then yesterday when I went out, and it was like when I saw the individuals, nobody was concerned about what color you was. I mean, nobody was concerned about whatever. People were like strangers was like, here, take my glasses so you can see it, and that to me. Showed the uniqueness of God dealing with the issue versus us. Last week when everything went on with the racial divide in Charlottesville, I said some things that were mean. I said some things that were what are you looking for?
I'm looking at myself.
I said some things that were not Christian-like, and I had to ask God to forgive me. Not that I'm saying I'm going to go around here and start hugging on Ku Klux Klan members, because, I'm not saying that. But at the same time, I personally began to look at people from a complete racial standpoint, whether you were my friend or not. I began to say, oh, that's my white friend.
So why do you have to categorize it, though?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying was wrong. And that's what I was saying was wrong. Instead of me saying that's my white friend or that's my Spanish friend, that's just my friend.
But that's how I was before. Like, I never categorized. Okay,
maybe I'm not talking about. I'm talking about what my revelation.
But I really wanted to hear what Cheryl said. What did she say?
Because it was long. It was a whole message.
Okay, not that we don't.
Yeah, it was a whole message. But she really gave a great message. And again, it was a complete message. But she spoke from her heart in regards to she was very transparent. I mean, she was very and then what she did was she said as she was preparing it, God told her to, after she did the message, to actually have everyone take communion together. And it was just a beautiful sight. You had white people, black people, Italian people, Latino people. You had all kind of people that were all coming on one accord, not concerned about what their color was. And again, at the end of the day, don't get me wrong, I realize that I can't look at a person for what they are. Like it would be, I would be.
America is not a melting pot. America is a salad bowl. The problem is that America tried to make us a melting pot, and we're not all supposed to be a homogeneous substance. We all bring our own flavor. We bring our own crispness. We bring our own seasoning. And what America needs to understand is that melting pot mentality. We are a salad. Let the carrots be the carrots, and let's not let the lettuce try to make the carrots behave like a lettuce. Let the tomatoes do what the tomatoes do. Let the croutons do what the croutons do. And together, we make a delicious meal. Together, we make something appeasing. Because if you handed me a bowl with just a bunch of lettuce in it, I'm not going to want nothing. I'm not going to want that. But you give me, a nice garden salad. Give me a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Put some dressing on that. That's.
You got money to get across the bridge. This should be this week. Look, I paid. Remember we had this conversation?
That's what America should be. Now, getting to the other thing, I'm really, praying.
What other thing there?
So your old dumb president.
Oh, nobody worry about that.
He done looked up at the thing. You said
I hope he burnt everything in his face. I hope he. Lord forgive me.
Kevin, you was just talking about. You was just talking about. Oh, now you back to being blind.
I don't see any.
Now you back to being.
I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. I'm sorry. I don't see nothing wrong.
Blind, Kevin.
I can't see nothing. I can't see nothing.
I thought you said, what happened, babe?
I want my daddy's records. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing wrong with bumping and grinding. I don't see nothing wrong. And wait a minute. We talking about salad. They toss the salad. And when I think of tossing salad, I just don't want to be a part of that.
No, I'm not talking about tossing salad. I'm talking about the difference. The problem is when a person says to me that they don't see color, I have an issue with that.
So let me ask you this. Okay.
I do have an issue with that because I need you to recognize that we are not all the same and that we all bring a uniqueness from our different cultures into the mix. So I want you to see that person is Asian American and she has a culture and tradition. I want you to see that person is Native American. They have culture and tradition. I want you to see that I'm African American. People who say to me, I don't see color. First of all, you're lying. How can you not see color? You can see color difference between me and Kevin.
I don't see nothing. Don't tell me what I can't see. I don't see color.
Kevin!
Well, that was a button. I'm sorry.
That wasn't a button.
That is a button.
So you grip a button like that.
Let me see.
Kevin!
Maybe I do. Blind people's senses are better.
Why are you looking up? Why you gotta make that face?
Because I'm practicing when I go into work today.
You gonna be squeezing people's buttons?
No, but I figured I'm just gonna touch stuff I shouldn't touch so they can send me home on disability.
They ain't sending you home on no disability.
I'm gonna try though.
But anyway, what I think is that that when a person says that they don't see color, they have to explain that to me because I want you to recognize the differences. First of all, you're lying because you do see the difference. You can tell a difference between a person of Asian descent versus a person of African descent. And, there's light skin, there's dark skin, there's different features. Come on, stop with the old trying to be PC because what you're really doing is you're really insulting me when you say you don't see color.
Okay, so listen.
What we should understand is that we're all a part of the human race. But we bring our own flavor.
So I was thinking about when you were saying melting pot, and I just wanted to make sure that personally me had an understanding of what they meant by melting pot. What they're saying is it's a place where different people of different cultures all come together and begin to merge and mix. It's not so much that you lose your identity.
Kevin, you begin to merge and to mix. So think about an actual melting pot. Think about a melting pot. Whatever you take and you put in a melting pot, whatever the dominant thing is, everything is going to begin to take on the look.
That's the literal, like, whatever. But I'm thinking, like, I wouldn't know, if it wasn't for the melting pot, I wouldn't know about certain Spanish foods. I wouldn't know about certain Spanish cultures.
That's the salad bowl. You wouldn't know about... Wait, but okay, so you said it begins to mix and to merge. When you merge, think about a lane, and we're on a highway right now. When you see the thing that says these two lanes merge ahead, so the thing goes merge, so it becomes one. What I'm suggesting is that in a salad bowl, it's all still a part of the salad, but it's not losing its uniqueness. When you merge, that lane loses the uniqueness of being that lane, because now it's just one lane.
So
we are a part of the human race. So I believe that yes, we are all a part of the human race, but America should be more of a salad. We're all a salad, but the carrot still has its distinct flavor. The tomato still has its distinct flavor. The lettuce still has its distinct flavor, but we're still a salad. Now we're mixing and we're coming together, but we're not merging. I am still. So basically, it's like, think of a smoothie. When you put different things in, as soon as you put that kale in, that dominant color in, then it turns into a green juice. You can't see that it's all these other things in it because it all just looks the same. No, what I'm suggesting is we're a salad. Let every component be who it is, but understand we're working together to serve up a good presentation, a good taste, a good flavor.
So
I don't think that we should have to merge so we all. No, well, mixing is one thing, but when you said merge, think of a lane that merges together. The two distinct lanes become one.
So it goes further on to say, an example of this is America of the melting pot, where immigrants.
That's that old mentality. Example, go ahead. The immigrants, what? The immigrants came over here and start changing the uniqueness of their name so they could get jobs. The immigrants came over here and started to assimilate so they can get jobs. The immigrants came over here and began to get Americanized so they can live in certain neighborhoods. You have young Asian Americans ashamed, not all, but just thinking back to that, you had young, people with their native tongue. As the generations began to grow in America, they lose sight of their native tongue because they began to assimilate. So no, what I'm saying is we don't have to merge. You can still be unique. Yeah, learn the language, but guess what? Speak your native tongue as well.
Babe, in order to have a dialect, we have to...
I'm sorry!
And this only happens when you got your hair this way.
Okay, go ahead.
A wise man told me that change merge, but it all has a unique identifying link. So wait,
what?
A chain merges, but it all has a unique.
No. At
least keeps its identity. But let me finish this because you didn't never let me finish.
No, because
babe, you
a chain.
No.
Think about it.
I'm gonna finish this. It says a melting pot where immigrants and people from all over the world visit and live to share thoughts, ideas to create one big new culture. So
think about what you just said.
No, I know
big new, okay, so what does that mean? One big new culture.
You're saying that we're having I'm not arguing with you.
I'm not arguing.
No, baby, you're very argumentative.
No. I'm not arguing. I'm just being passionate about what I'm saying. I'm not arguing.
And I understand passionate, but before I can even. You're debating before I even get out what I'm saying.
I'm not arguing. Babe.
Okay, but you're debating, not even knowing what my stance is.
This is how people talk.
No.
When they're passionate about something.
I'm passionate about certain things.
Okay, this is how I talk when I'm passionate about something.
But I give an individual time to speak so I can learn what they're trying to say.
Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is I don't necessarily think that the individuals that created the concept of the melting pot wanted to have those individuals do away with their complete identity.
Who created the concept of the melting pot?
I don't know. I can't say I don't know. Do you?
So wait a second. The melting pot concept predates. What is the date on there? On that definition.
This is from the dictionary.
I know, but what is the date on the dictionary?
I don't know.
Where that concept, because usually it tells you the origin and the circa, the year.
It just says 2017. It doesn't give me all that. American Dictionary, Heritage Dictionary, 2016. Bear with me 1 second. It doesn't. It just gives you the definition of a melting pot. It doesn't give you the definition.
So when
when I Googled it, I specifically asked for that particular information.
So what I am suggesting is, let's go back to the first of all, I don't really know if I even want to use the analogy of a chain when I'm thinking about culture, because chains and culture don't mix well with me together, because it was the chain that began to break down the culture, the uniqueness that was my ancestors. So I'm not really sure that I would like to use the chain as an analogous symbol and when I speak about culture, because for me, when I hear the word chain and I think about cultures, I'm gonna go south really quick, because it was the chain that began to break down the unique African culture of my ancestors. Okay, but what I'm going to say is this: we went in the when you talk about the immigrants, not just African immigrants, not just islanders, not just all the immigrants. One of the first things that many immigrants did was they began to change. If their names were clear indications of their heritage, they began to modify it some so that they could get jobs. If they wanted to get ahead, they began to change the way that they spoke so that they could get jobs. Even now, that still goes on, where people will change the pronunciation or they will abbreviate so that because there's this assimilation. What I am suggesting is that the melting pot syndrome is in this idea of the melting pot is where that originates from. What I'm saying is that for me, a salad is more appropriate, because I should be able to be a part of this salad, because I'm not trying to be my own thing. I want to be a part of this salad, but I want to be a tomato in this salad, and I want the lettuce to allow me to be a tomato and not suggest or pressure me to taste, to feel, and to act like a lettuce. Let me be a tomato.
All right, so my response to that is this. I believe, my foundation and my belief is the complete Bible. I believe everything that the Word of God says. I believe everything that the Bible says. Regardless of, and we both know that it's preachers that'll manipulate the Word for financial gain. But it doesn't take the original, it doesn't take anything away from the Bible itself, because it's pure and within itself. Just because someone else may manipulate it doesn't change the fact that I believe everything that word says. So for me, I'm saying this, that in the beginning, whoever created that, if their mentality was to, again, bring cultures together, to for everybody to use their uniqueness, but just because a few individuals or some people might have said, okay, but I'm going to change it to this because I don't want,
Well, let's talk Bible. Because first of all, there were different groups of people in the Bible. So from the beginning, there were different cultures.
No, I'm not.
So
I'm not, that's
from
not
the
my
beginning,
argument at all.
so hold on.
I was saying no, because I think I don't want us to go to the wrong place.
No, I'm not going to the wrong place.
But babe, my intention was I think my argument was that the melting pot scenario was a great scenario, and I think it's the same as, in a certain essence, as the salad bowl.
I'm not talking about because I spoke literally about the components and how a salad bowl operates. Think about how a melting pot operates, Kevin. Whatever you throw in a melting pot, the thing that has the dominant attributes, the dominant characteristics, those other minority things that you throw in there is going to be overshadowed. It's going to be eclipsed by that dominant component. So therefore it loses its own distinct look. But even biblically speaking, there were always different cultures. And even when God gave the children of Israel different instruction as they were being led out of Egypt. He said, when you go into this culture, you're going to, when you go into this land, you're going to experience this culture. When you go into this land, you're going to experience that culture. But I want you to keep your culture.
But on the day of Pentecost, thank you, Holy Ghost.
But on the day of Pentecost, the Bible says that they all began to speak in their own tongue, in their different tongues. Even on the day of Pentecost, they were not speaking all in the same tongue. The Bible says that they began to speak, and each person from the different cultures that were witness to this understood the different languages. So no,
they were speaking in universal tongue.
No, they were not.
Hold on.
Wait, because I want to know. On the day of Pentecost, the Bible says in Acts that they began to speak in different tongues. They were not all speaking Shabba da la la Shabba rings. No, the Bible says that they began to speak in their different language, and the people who were witness represented those different cultures, understood the different languages.
Man, you owe me $10 at this point.
So yeah, let's get biblical. And also from jump, there was always different cultures. Even God, as the temple of Babel was being built, the Bible says that God confused their language. So there has always been differences. Oh, Lord.
I just did that because I knew that'd get you riled up because you know a little bit of the word. But, you know, I'm blinded to ignorance, and I'm blinded. So, hold on. Pastor David Fitzgerald said, he got in late, can we bring him up to date? So, where we were at was, and how this conversation got started was, we was talking about yesterday the eclipse, and then we got into racial equality.
It all started because Kevin said that he no longer sees color. And I said, that is actually a disservice. If you get off my throat!
I don't see color no more.
And I said, when a person says that they don't see color, that is actually discrediting.
I just see the blood of Jesus.
Get off this wheel.
Oh, Lord.
No, what I'm saying is when a person says, so Kevin said he had a revelation. He no longer sees color. Go ahead with your revelation, Kevin.
No, see, what I said yesterday, as we went outside to watch the eclipse, I said it really struck me that you had all ethnic groups sharing glasses, talking. Nobody was concerned about what your race was. Nobody was concerned about your social status. Nobody was concerned about your gender. Nobody was concerned about any of that. Everybody was outside and within one mindset to see the eclipse, and it was amazing to me. And I was like, wow, within a week later of the country being in a racial divide or racial turmoil, I said this was beautiful to see. People just came together, and I said, and my mindset was like, wow, God, you've won again. I said, through your handiwork, you brought people together that might not at any other time. I'm talking about, it was this girl that stood next to me, and she was like, look, she said, look on the ground. She said, you can see the eclipse, the shadow, and you really could. And I was like, and it was amazing.
Didn't know we run out of time, so you got to tell them why.
So then when I came on, I listened to a message from Cheryl Brady yesterday during lunch, and she talked about, you know, as Christians sometimes we shouldn't see color. And then I heard a song, Colorblind, by John P. Key, and I was like, God,
my thing is this.
I get it.
No,
I get it, Jesus. And my wife said I'm stupid, and if I don't see that that's a white man and I'm a black man, then I'm an idiot. That's what happened. So she just tried to debunk my whole theory of I don't see race no more.
What I said is that
I'm blind.
When a person says to me or tries to convince me that they no longer see color, first of all, they're lying, because you can see color.
Now, I was tested this morning because this white lady walked past the car that I never said, and I turned around and said, well, who's that random white lady? I'm sorry. I'm still more a work in process. God is working on me.
So I said, when you actually say that you don't see color, number one, you're lying because you do. And number two, you're actually discrediting the value of the culture, of the varying cultures that we bring together, that makes us. And then I use this, people always talked about, in past times, and actually that whole salad bowl theory is not a theory that I came up with. That salad bowl theory has actually been out for a while, but
Dr. King said, not to see the color of my skin, but the content of my character. Kevin. Jesus, I felt the Holy Ghost through that. Did he say that?
Kevin.
Let me look it up. Kevin. I'll be messing up stuff.
Kevin.
I got that.
So, instead of being a melting pot, because in a melting pot scenario, the dominant component, everything that gets put in that melting pot, it's going to take on the look and the feel of the dominant component in that melting pot. So I said, rather than thinking of America as a melting pot, we should begin to really move towards thinking of America as a salad bowl. Because in a salad bowl, it's still a salad. It's one thing. It's a salad. But everything in it is allowed to keep true to its true thing. A tomato is a part of the salad, but it's still a tomato. The cucumber is part of the salad, but it's still a cucumber. The lettuce, part of the salad, but it's still a salad. And what makes a salad good is that it brings these different flavors to produce one awesome, flavorful product, which is that salad. If you gave me a bowl just full of lettuce, and no salad dressing, nothing, that's not going to be appeasing. What makes a salad good, if you're a good salad eater, is that you like to throw different things in there. You might throw some fruit in there. You might throw some, so you might throw some cranberries. You might throw some tomatoes, some cucumbers. You might throw some bacon bits in there. I mean, that's what makes a good salad, when you allow different mixes of food to be in that same salad bowl, but operate and bring the flavor that it's known to bring. Because when we try to force everything into one bowl and be one thing, it doesn't work. A tomato will never taste and act and be lettuce. A tomato is a tomato. And so my thing is, when you say to me, I don't see you as a black woman, I have a problem with you, because I am a black woman, and I'm bringing
I can tell. I can tell you, black. You're not a white woman, though. You're not a white woman. White woman they get breast implants. That's what they do. But you's a sister. Let me see. Yeah, you a sister. You a sister. Yeah, you a sister now. You a sister. You definitely a sister. You definitely a sister. Even a blind man can feel his way to know that.
So that is what I'm saying. And so, it's the uniqueness that makes it's the uniqueness that makes us who we are. And what happens is, everybody, yes, we in our situation, the actual bowl is the human race. We are all a part of the human race. The salad bowl is the human race. The different ethnic cultures that we bring in are the lettuce, the tomatoes, the bacon bits, the croutons, and in that bowl, in the human race, that's how we really begin to shine and to be who we are. Have you ever had a piece of, my husband used to do this, I think, had a piece of watermelon. I don't get it, but sometimes people take salt and put it on watermelon.
I don't even eat watermelon.
No, okay, one thing that Kevin does. Kevin does sugar on spaghetti. I never understood it, but Kevin says it's something about the sugar that brings out an awesome taste in the spaghetti.
It's the acid in the tomato.
Now, but here's the thing, and I've seen people that will put salt on on watermelon. So what I'm suggesting is, if you never understand, you'll never get the fullness of what we can bring as a people if everybody has to be everything. No, let the salt be the salt, and sprinkle some of that salt on the watermelon, and then you find out that, wow, salt on watermelon is really banging. So, and what I'm saying is, let
high blood pressure and sugar diabetes.
Let the people bring their cultural assets to this salad bowl, and then we can be a great America. That's how you make a great
you said
America.
Bring your cultural assets. And again,
that's how you make America great.
And I don't want you to think I'm disagreeing with you.
That's how you make America great, is when you allow the cultures to bring what they bring to the table, and that's how we shine. When the immigrants, Kevin earlier brought up immigrants. When you go back watch the gangs of New York. You know, when the Irish came, and you know, the Italians and all, the first thing that they first thing that a lot of them had to do in order to make it is they tried to begin to lose their dialect, their certain inflections in their voice. They began to shorten or modify their names to make it more sociably acceptable and things of that nature. So what I'm saying is that's that melting pot assimilation trap. Amen.
See,
amen. From the beginning, in the beginning, God didn't just create the deer and say all the animals going to look like a deer. He created differences. And so, God told the people, I'm going to bring you out of Egypt. You're going to encounter these different people. And you're going to encounter different cultures. But God told the people, I want you, my chosen people, to don't take off my makeup now. To retain your culture. So listen, to retain your culture.
My revelation and my interpretation is a little bit different. I was a gentleman that, and I was, people thought I was joking. I was serious as a heart attack. And this was, I didn't realize that I had a little bit of racistness in me.
I knew it, baby. I've been telling you for years.
I didn't think for me to give a white homeless person money was I feel like they had better opportunities than I have. So how do you end up here? And that was wrong. As a child of God, I shouldn't even have saw them as a white homeless person. They were just a homeless person. And even as you said, baby, earlier, and I'm not saying you conflicted yourself, but you said you don't look at your friends that are white or Spanish or whatever as that, you just look at them as your friends. So
but the awesome thing, I don't contradict myself, because
I didn't say that. I'm not saying
but in a sense, Kevin, I intentionally try to surround myself with people that represent different cultures, because I don't just want to know how the tomatoes do things. I know how tomatoes do things because I've been a tomato all my life. I want to see what...
Actually, you a collard green.
Okay, well, a collard green. I know what collard greens do because I've been a collard green all my life. But what I want to do is I want to get over there and see what the give me something else.
Avocado.
What the avocados do, because maybe mix a little avocado with my collard greens might taste good. So I am very intentional in having friends that are outside of my culture, outside of my ethnicity, because I do want to see, and I am interested in knowing what other flavors bring to the table, and how. And once, what I've learned is there are many Caribbean dishes that look a lot like the Puerto Rican dishes, and it's like, oh, well, that's just like, you know
why? Because they all come from an island. Just like United States, we all come from United States.
No, we don't all come from the United States,
where were
Kevin.
You personally
but
born?
No. My answer, we don't all come from the United States. The United States was a land founded. No, wait. First
by
of
my
all,
people.
No,
the Indians.
First of all,
that's where I'm
Native Americans #1, which you're ignorant.
I like to be called Indian. I like Indian better. I like Indian better. I just like it because they got good hair.
Get out my car.
So listen, everybody, thank you for joining the Candy and Kev car conversation. As you can see, I'm ready to try. You gotta walk me in. How am I gonna get to work if I'm blind?
Okay, I'm gonna walk in. Open the door and just keep walking straight.
You know what? You had no sympathy for the blind people. You going to hell. But
well, listen, no, tell the people what your plan was, because they don't know what your plan was.
My plan was to go into work like this and just start touching stuff and be like, I'm sorry, y'all, I looked too long, and when I woke up, I just couldn't see that good this morning. And the more I stay here, the lesser my eyesight is, because I was out with the people singing Kumbaya, watching the eclipse yesterday.
Why was they singing Kumbaya?
We was coming together all on
What
one
does
accord.
Kumbaya mean?
I don't know.
Come and get out my car.
Kumbaya has a meaning?
Kumbaya words!
I thought that was speaking in tongues. I've been in church all my life. So thank you for sharing. Thank you for those that shared. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. What time is going to be back tomorrow, baby? I'm going to let you tell. What time are we going to be back tomorrow, baby?
7:30.
So our new time now is
No,
7:30.
No, don't say 7:30.
Around 7:20 something. 7:30, I'm going to say.
What color is that man?
Who?
That man in that car.
He's just lighter than me.
What color is that man right there?
That Negro dark.
See, there you go. What's she?
I don't know what she is.
See?
So you guys have a
different.
wonderful day. May heaven smile upon you is my prayer.
Upon you?
Upon you.
Listen, don't forget to like and you can like it. You can be
You
angry
ain't even gotta
at
like it. Just
but
share
just
it.
share it. Even if you don't agree, that's fine.
Share it
but
so you can
share it.
and talk about us. Like share it and be like these ignorant people. But we just want to share. That's all we need. Thank you. Have a great day. Matter of fact, put a comment before you share. That way people say something like, "This boy is a complete idiot." That way people will look at it so they'll keep following us. We love you. Thank you for joining us. May heaven smile upon you is my prayer, and we be out.